Alright guys, so we're putting a alarm on an E9 Pontiac Trans Am today. First thing you're going to want to grab is a wiring chart like I got here. I'll put a link in the online so we know where to get it. Alright, so we got a Viper alarm 3203 we're hooking up. You got your main wiring harness coming off here, and then you got your door switch coming off here. So we'll start with the door switches first. You got on your paperwork, it's going to say, this is what confused me. You got paperwork here for the alarm. Go to the door section. You got, it says unlock normal open input, unlock common output, unlock normal closed. And that's what kind of got me stumped. And so pretty much the normal open input, that's a hot wire. You want to run a constant 12 to that. And then the lock normal input, you want to run 12 to that. You look at your harness here, coming off here. You got two wires branching into one, so there's the fuse. What I did is I just hooked that into constant 12 right here before this other fuse that's under my dash. Hook that into constant 12, and that's going to power the negative and positive door triggers. Then all you have to do is find the other two wires on your diagram, which are the green and this purple with the black, and these go to your trigger wires for your door, which are up here. Can't really see that good, but I have used T-taps tapped into the wires. I originally took this panel off here to find out the color of the wires. The wires inside the door were, let me just check my diagram, make sure here. Yeah, the wires inside the door were light blue and black. So I tapped in from here to the light blue and the black ones, and that's all you have to do for the door triggers. So let me move on to the main harness. And you just hook up your positive 12, constant 12, which I hooked up again. Same thing I hooked up my constant door triggers to, this right here. Tapped in right there to get my constant 12. And then you got your ground, and then you got your parking lights, which is the white. Your parking light wire goes to this. Took this apart. There's a brown wire behind here that I just scraped the plastic off, attached my wire, and then electric taped it. And that's going to turn it on. To get the lights to work though, there's a 10 amp fuse underneath here, and you actually have to install that on the left hand side, so don't put it on the right because that's for negative. You're messing things up. So make sure it's on the left for positive, because all the lights here are activated by positive electric, not negative. So then we got the horn. I ran the horn underneath through, I drilled a hole through here. I have my nitrous wire going there, so I just used the existing hole, mounted the horn. Right, just inside wall right here, just mounted it, ran the wires back, down there, I don't know how good you can see it. So that takes care of the horn. Now the door trigger. Door trigger I tapped in, that's green wire coming off of your alarm, if you have the same one as I do. But your negative door trigger, because that's what we have, is negative door trigger locks. I just tapped into the light that activates as soon as you open the door, where you push this, I push it in, and disconnects the circuit, let it out, activates the ground here, and I just tapped into that, so that way when you open the door, your alarms go off, because this is grounded. So you can just tap off of the light right there like I did. Then the trunk hatch. So you take all your dash apart, and my trigger wires over here, I think they're on all Trans Ams. I'm not sure if regular Firebirds have them though. So what you want to do is this brown wire in the center here of the relay, that is your hot. So you actually want to run your ground off your alarm system to the center wire. And as soon as you do that, it tricks the relay into popping in another area and releases your trunk. So there's no need to buy a relay. You just hook it up to that brown wire right there for your trunk release. Let's see, look at the list right here. So yeah, it covered trunk release, constant 12, siren. Hook that up to your siren. That was easy. Parking light isolator wire, don't use. Chassis ground wire. I've grounded the wires right here underneath. You can see I grounded all the wires just right here. Easiest place to ground. So grounding for alarms right there. Door trigger positive input we don't use. Door